What's up, everyone? Cool, my screen is... No, made no difference. Welcome back. I'm in a bit of a weird location. Quick one after work. Get rid of some lug that no one wanted. Is what it is. But yeah, on the River Medway. I didn't look at tides, didn't really look at anything, to be honest. Just thought, do you know what? I'm going to come down to a place that I've always looked at every time me and the missus go to the cinema or something to eat. So many flies, got so many. I thought, I'm just going to give it a go. Sit down here for a couple of hours, chill out. But yeah, we are down River Medway, underneath the M2 bridge. Always fancied it to go. It's a bit inland for my liking. I have fished further down that way, to be fair, smaller bass, eels, not expecting anything big. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you exactly where it is. So, under the M2 bridge, cars parked up there. So, looking at the ground, never really fished here. Looking at the ground, I would say flounder, possibly sole, and bass. I know bass do come up this far. Tide's going out, as you can see. Don't know how far out it goes here, but I'll always be able to cast to it anyway, it's not an issue. I can't see it going right out. So yeah, I'm fishing on the muddy bank just to the left, at the bottom of the bank, from what I've seen at low tide here. I was very tempted to chuck one in the middle there, but I don't think my casting's that great to be able to get it. I'll get there, but whether I'll get there on target is a different story. Yeah, so I didn't really think about what rods I brought. I literally just jumped in the motor. So yeah, we've got the Sport, way too heavy for this, way too heavy for this. I'll get that, and the Rocket. So yeah, don't be hating on me for that. I got the graphite match. That's a little bit more suited here, maybe still a tad bit too heavy. With the other CT mag, a load of worm, literally a load of worm. All that in there, to be fair, has pretty much gone off. It's seen its day. I was meant to be booked out on a charter, but it didn't happen because of weather. See if we can get a little bobby bass or something, maybe a blank, who knows. Who knows? I don't know the area. Probably fishing it at a complete wrong time. There is little rafts of weed coming through, so that's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. I fished that point over there before. A few small bass. I just thought, why not try here? Give it a go. I know they've now fenced it all off, but you used to be able to get round there, and I know that used to be quite a big bass mark in the day. Don't know so much now. Again, I don't know this end of the river, considering it's on my doorstep. I don't know it very well. We'll see. Don't know why the hell I brought the bivvy down. Again, it was just everything that was in my bag come down with me. It's all good. I've got my monster, I've got my fags. Time for a couple of hours of chill time. Right, I'll bring you back with rigs when I reel them in, when I reel one in. Pretty much the same. I've got a 2-hook clip down, short snoods, and I've got a 3-hook clip down, short snoods. Try and keep it pinned to the bottom if there is any flatties about. I'm sure we'll find out. I don't know if that's, let's see if I can zoom in, some sort of pot out there. I don't know what the pot's for. But I am fishing very close to that, so I'm a bit dubious. Oh, swan. Loving life. Yeah, I'll bring you back in a bit. There we go. Lovely little specimen of a bass. Stop flopping, mate, you're going to hurt yourself. Yeah, he is a bit covered in mud. And I might have to throw him a little bit to get him back in the water, but lovely little chunk, proper chunk. He's been feeding up quite well, as you can see. He's only small, but he's got some meat on him. That's good to see. I've had bite after bite after bite. And then, yeah, so what I'll do is I'll get him back and then I'll show you the rig, because it's not fair keeping him out. So what I'll do, get him back and I'll bring him back. There we go, here's the rig. Right, so I've got a flat lead, 5 ounce. You can get away with 4s or even 3s here. There's no tide run at all. And it is a 1 up, 1 down clip rig. So I'm gonna have to bend that back a bit. Size 4 on the bottom. It's the way I make my rigs. Imp, crimp, bead, swivel, bead, crimp. And you've got your hook snood with a cascade swivel. And down to your hook length. And then back up. So you got your rig body. See what that is. So you've got your crimp, your bead, your spring, bead, swivel, bead, crimp. And that goes down to a slightly bigger 2.0 that is under there. And then obviously you end with a swivel. There's the old fast links that I use on the end just to clip and unclip the rigs pretty damn quick. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Baiting up wise. Don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you. But I literally get a lug, stiffen it up a bit, knock him about in your hand. See, he's got nice and stiff. What I'll do is I'll pinch that tail off, because that's pretty much pointless. Baiting needle through the tail. Now there's a reason I go through the tail and then out through the head. Is because that tail, that knob there, tends to sit on the knot of your hook, so it stops it sliding off. So if you're not using clip rigs, that's quite a good little tip, that. Also, if you ain't got squid, something I have done in the past is cut a tiny little bit of elastic band and just hook it over the end. That's a tip from my uncle, that is, from the old days. Yeah, and then obviously to put it on your hook, get your hook point. Oh, I need to straighten that up quick. And all I use is my crimping pliers. There we go, straightened up. Probably a bit too overbent, but it's done the trick. If I've got the right end, of course I haven't, because there's that in there. Then you pull that line down tight, pinch it against the bottom of the needle. I normally wrap it around my finger, just so there's a nice bend in the needle. Push it up. Just nip it over and make sure that point is showing. That's pretty much all I do. Right, I'm going to repeat that for that top hook. Don't put the same bait out twice. Yeah. Let's see if we can get another little one before we go home, shall we? Bring it back.